How can we sleep better? Here, I want to talk about the 12 practical steps you can implement to make yourself sleep better. Hi, I'm Rishi and thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm a practicing nutritionist with a background in human physiology and nutritional sciences. Here, I take a holistic and scientific approach to all aspects of health and wellness. I use food and lifestyle changes to optimize one's nutrition, to promote longevity and healthy aging. So if you want to hack your health span and be the best version of yourself, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss anything. Rule number 1, set a sleep schedule and try to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. Be consistent with your sleep times. This applies even more so on the weekends when people tend to sleep later and wake up later. It's a hard one to implement, but the more consistent your sleep times, the better it's going to be for your overall productivity. Rule number 2, don't use alarms if you can help it. Alarms cause a huge stress response when we wake, and we can all relate to that phone alarm as the worst sound in the world. Snoozing is worse as we get that repeated stress trauma every single morning. Personally, I set my phone alarm to vibrate only. Rule number 3, wake up with the sun or use very bright lights. This helps set our circadian rhythm and helps our body clock that it's the daytime and time to be awake. Rule number 4, avoid all caffeine and nicotine completely, if at all possible. But if you enjoy having caffeine like I do, then aim to stop having it at least 10 hours before sleeping. Rule number 5, exercise regularly. Because exercising regularly helps us with our sleep and is generally good for us. But avoid exercising within 3 hours of bedtime. Rule number 6, avoid napping during the day. It apparently makes it harder to sleep properly at night. I'm not much of a napper myself, but napping spoils your sleep appetite, like having a snack before dinner ruins your meal's appetite. Rule number 7, alcohol. Alcohol is one of the most powerful suppressors of REM, rapid eye movement sleep, or your dream sleep. And if you have it in any reasonable time before sleeping, it's definitely going to affect your sleep quality. The annoying advice of abstinence is the best and most honest one I can offer. For me personally, alcohol totally wrecks my sleep. And for this reason, I gave it up a little while back and it's been a total game changer. Won't lie. Rule number 8, avoid large meals at least 3 hours before you sleep at night. Eating a large meal before sleeping does make us feel sleepy, but it definitely affects the quality of our sleep. Rule number 9, reduce lights before sleep. Blue light is particularly harmful. Ideally, in the evening, replace bright LEDs with warm yellow glows to avoid blue light at nighttime, especially the ones coming from our phones and devices. Use the blue light filter instead. Rule number 10, cool your body temperature before sleeping. The ideal temperature for sleeping is 65 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 18.3 degrees Celsius, which is actually pretty cold. And anecdotally speaking, I sleep so much better when my room is chilled. And when it's warm, it's straight up impossible for me to fall asleep. Rule number 11, don't rely on sleeping pills. Those are generally bad and they don't really help with our sleep. Instead, they put us in a state of sedation, which isn't the same as sleep. And so we don't get the benefits of sleep. And finally, rule number 12 is, don't lie in bed awake trying to fall asleep for more than 20 minutes. This is something that I struggled with a lot before I started taking care of my sleep, stressing about why I can't fall asleep. This only increases stress and anxiety, which paradoxically makes it even harder to fall asleep. Instead, just get out of bed and do something for a few minutes or read a book until you fall asleep again. If you're not sleeping well, then hit that like button so you do. In a time where normalcy and routine have been replaced with sheer survival mode, people are becoming increasingly mindful of maintaining the same levels of productivity in their new ways of working and living. With many of us working from home while also taking care of young children or elderly family members, it can sometimes be difficult to stay focused and perform at 100%. While people are striving for productivity, it is important to be aware of the role that health, specifically sleep health, plays. There is no substitute for sleep. As we navigate the new normal and aim to maintain productivity, sleep is crucial and gives the brain and body the necessary tools to perform at optimal levels every day. By prioritizing sleep, we can not only improve performance but also overall holistic well-being. Until we move toward valuing sleep and its productivity boosting potential as a cultural norm, you can at the very least value it for yourself, your productivity, and your health. Thanks for watching this video. If you found value in the information I've shared, then please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Drop me a comment if you have any feedback for me, I'd really appreciate it.